All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming to do another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, Lord willing to be edifying. And I just finished watching the first episode of the Last of Us series. And The Last of Us is if you don't know, it's pretty much just a series they made based off of here it says in the description, The Last of Us is an American post-apocalyptic drama television series set to air on HBO based on the video game of the same name developed by Naughty Dog. Okay, the series will follow Joel, a smuggler tasked with escorting a teenage Ellie across a post-apocalyptic United States. It will also feature Tommy, Joel's brother, and former soldier. Now, in this game, there's a virus or a fungus, which ends up infecting everything. Just one of those movies, right? Or one of those plots. And I never played the video game, but it's a very popular video game. It's a very popular thing. I'm just barely like looking into it. Like I just saw the first episode. Um, but I hear it's a very good game. I'm not a video game guy, but I got the vibe from this show as well as the same vibe from Utopia, which is also another good uh TV series where they pretty much show you. That's how Esau Edom works. They put it all in your face. They put it in the TV. They put it in the movies. They put it in the TV shows. They put it in the games. They put it in the music. They put it in the commercials. All right. They put everything in front of us, man. Hidden in plain sight. Okay. And when that Utopia show came out, it was literally right when the pandemic hit. Right after the world changed, man. And literally that show was literally about that. Right after it happened. And we see movies like these, and then also Resident Evil came out, the TV show and the movies and stuff with the virus and stuff like that. So you get where I'm trying to go with this. And now we just entered a whole new year, and the Spirit has announced that this year would be the year the hopeful year that the prophecies will come to pass. Okay, and in the TV show, it started off with a scene, and then it fast forwarded to 20 years later, which would be now in 2023. That's how it was in the show. And we are, as we see, it's nothing but prophecy happening in the world as we know it. We have war going on, okay? And then obviously the MOTB is getting more evident as time goes by, which has been evident, but it's only like what else could it be, like it's not that obvious already. But only those with the eyes to see will see, and only those with the ears to hear will hear. All right, so I'm gonna let you listen to this clip. This is the opening scene of The Last of Us. Now, I think I gotta like say copyright or what's it called? The Fair Use Act. Not making no profit off this, no money off this, or anything whatsoever. Only for educational or entertainment purposes. Right.
Opening scene from The Last of Us, the series.
Virus in Madagascar, say, could be in Chicago within a matter of weeks, and we end up with a global pandemic. Pan meaning all the whole world.
So this is the first scene.
And Dr. Newman, you're also an epidemiologist. I presume the prospect of a viral pandemic keeps you up at night as well.
No.
No?
No.
All right, well, that's our show.
No. Mankind has been at war with the virus from the start. Sometimes millions of people die, as in an actual war. But in the end, we always win.
But you, just to be clear, you do think microorganisms pose a threat?
Or in the most dire terms.
Bacteria?
No.
You like saying no?
Yes.
Not bacteria, not viruses, so...
Fungus. Yes, that's the usual response. Fungi seem harmless enough. Many species know otherwise, because there are some fungi who seek not to kill, but to control. Let me ask you, where do we get LSD from?
Where do you get it from?
It comes from ergot, a fungus. Psilocybin, also a fungus. Viruses can make us ill, but fungi can alter our very minds. There's a fungus that infects insects, gets inside an ant, for example, travels through its circulatory system to the ant's brain, and then floods it with hallucinogens, thus bending the ant's mind to its will. The fungus starts to direct the ant's behavior, telling it where to go, what to do, like a puppeteer with a marionette. And it gets worse. The fungus needs food to live, so it begins to devour its host from within, replacing the ant's flesh with its own. But it doesn't let its victim die, no. It keeps its puppet alive by preventing decomposition. How? Where do we get penicillin from?
Fungus. Dr. Schoenheiser, you're in distress.
Fungal infection.
Kind of cool, man. It's like a different opening.
True.
I can already tell there's gonna be a lot of new stuff in the series.
Over 94 degrees, and currently there are no reasons for fungi to evolve to be able to withstand higher temperatures. But what if that were to change? What if, for instance, the world were to get slightly warmer? Well, now, there is reason to evolve. One gene mutates, and an Ascomycetia, Candida, ergot, Cordyceps, Aspergillus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains and taking control, not of millions of us, but billions of us. Billions of puppets with poisoned minds, permanently fixed on one unifying goal: to spread the infection to every last human alive by any means necessary. And there are no treatments for this, no preventatives, no cures. They don't exist. It's not even possible to make them.
So if that happens,
We lose.
Wow. That was intense, man.
I know that opening scene was not part of the video game. I know that was kind of added in there. But you see how Esau is a mad scientist, and we know this man is a devil. All right. But yeah, this is in the times to come, man. And then even after the scene, just like you see in the movies, like in I Am Legend, things are normal, and then you see them see the news. Then the lawlessness starts, and then martial law, and then that's what ends up happening here as well. So Jacob's trouble is coming. All right, Esau Edom is gonna come down with his wrath, coming in like a flood, as the scriptures say. So in the times to come, man, we're gonna need the Lord's protection. Okay, we're gonna need the Lord's protection. So let me get Jeremiah 30 and verse 6. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So this time of Jacob's trouble, alright, is gonna be a time of great trouble, just as it says, man. In Daniel 12, it says that it's gonna be a time like there has never been upon the earth. You think of all the times of trouble, not just for the Israelites, but of any evil time that has happened. It's going to be nothing compared to what is in store for the world in the future, in the near future. Okay? And if you don't have the Lord's covering, you're fucked pretty much. If you ain't part of the elect, the 1/3, you're fucked. Okay? All our job is to warn of these times to come. Okay, let's get Daniel 12 and 1. And at that Daniel 12 and 1, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So this time of Jacob's trouble is going to be like no other. Since there was a nation, there has not been this is gonna be crazy, man. And people are still just fucking around, man. It's amazing. But hey, it's written that people shall be blinded and made deaf, spiritually, that is, right? Because again, only the elect will take heed. All right, only the elect will hear, only the elect will listen. All right, it says here, everyone that shall be found written in the book. If you're not written in the book, you're through. And that's a scary thing, man, because we seeing fallouts, falling out, and it's crazy times, man. Crazy times we're living in. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So these words of prophecy are being accomplished, and we can clearly see that happening based off the tokens, off of the signs, off of what we're seeing happening in the earth. Okay, and this is happening because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. All right, so now it's time for this place to be judged, for the world to be judged. Okay, so it's gonna get so bad. And 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16, 2nd Ezra 9, Matthew's the 24th chapter, all these things, we're seeing all these things coming to pass. And if they haven't came to pass, we could clearly see it about to come to pass. Okay, so now is the acceptable time. All right, now it's time to seek the Lord while he may be found. All right, because there's going to be a famine of the word. All right, there's going to be people are going to want to be with a man of the Lord in those days, man. All right, this is why our job is so important, why this office is so important. All right, so as the scriptures say, pray without ceasing, man. All right, and pray, especially now more than ever, with the time, with what we're about to go through in the near future. All right, but ultimately we have faith in the Lord, we trust in the Lord, have confidence in the Lord, right? But that's about it, man. I just wanted to talk about this because it's around the corner, and we clearly see it about to happen, and we need to be in the spirit more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, honor, glory, praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Green Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.